So here we are, Clapham in Yorkshire, on Yorkshire Day. Come for a long weekend to celebrate the best day of the year. And today we're doing about 8 miles up a valley that's called Crummack Dale, and then back down we're going to have a look at what's called the Norber Erratics. So as we head on up this track and through a tunnel, we'll have a look at today's route. So these tunnels were built, I think the track went up to old mine workings, and the owners of Ingleborough Hall, they didn't want to see the peasants on the way to work and back going over their fields, so they built tunnels so they didn't have to see them. Now, I don't know if you can see me now either. Yeah, that's why these tunnels were built, so the lord of the manor didn't have to watch the peasants going to and from work. Right, just about out of them now. So we've just carried on kind of straight on there. That track coming down there, that's going to be our return route. We're coming down from up there. That's where the Norber Erratics are. I'll tell you about them when we're up there. Right, so yeah, I don't know what the weather's going to do today. It's very cloudy. It's warm though, and not much wind. But I don't know if we're going to get a shower or two. Now this weekend away and the walks we're going to be doing are kind of inspired by Wainwright's book Walking in Limestone Country, which is all around the Yorkshire Three Peaks area. It's all limestone country. We're not doing any hills. Tomorrow, I don't know if you can see the other side of these trees here, there's Ingleborough. We're going up like the lower slopes of Ingleborough. Have a look around some potholes and stuff like that. And the original plan for this weekend was to do linear walks. We're going to come down on train and do linear walks and then train back, but having checked the forecast and the last 2 days, which the day before last it would have been our biggest walk and our highest elevation, and then the last day was just going to be a 5-mile walk to railway station. Well, they're looking a bit grim. So I've decided to bring the car and just do a circular walk each day. Right, yeah, we'll carry on up this little lane. Come on. I'm afraid there's not a right lot to show you at the moment. I mean, once we get into Crummack Dale, we should be getting more kind of scenery like that all around us, but yeah, it's no, it's not tedious. How can it be tedious when we're in God's county? Right, so yeah, we'll carry on down here into Crummack Dale then. This way, Charlie. Charlie, this way. Well, I checked this field for bovine activity before we entered it, because we could have just gone up road. Couldn't see any. I mean, there aren't there? No gate in between us. Well, that style we're tricky for Charlie, going up it and down it. His coat's going to have to come off soon as well. It is cloudy, but it's warm, and from like I think 1 o'clock onwards, supposed to get a few sunny spells as well. We'll have to see about that. Right, so we're heading up into Crummack Dale now. So that's Thieves Moss. That's where we're heading. That's about our halfway point where we turn round and start heading back down. So we just got our first view of one of the Yorkshire Three Peaks there. That's Dent. So now, before we go through this gate, there is a bit of a breeze blowing. We're going to just sit down by the side of this wall, out at breeze, and have our lunch. Right, so the scenery is starting to improve now, and hopefully it'll get better as we get up to the top of the valley and then start heading back down over Norber Erratics. Right, so we're going to plonk ourselves down here and have our lunch. So lunch was very pleasant, and that's it's quite a good view over to Dent, in it, and the scenery's opened up now. We're right in the heart of Crummack Dale. That wind's got a bit of a chill to it. I've known warmer 1st of August. Right, so we'll carry on right up to the head of the valley. So that last shot there, looking backwards over my shoulder, I don't know if you could make out on the skyline, but that's Pendle Hill, in the place that shall not be spoken. Right, on we go to the head of the valley. Another tricky style for Charlie. I have to give him a lift up there. So that's looking back down Crummack Dale. We've just walked up there, and now we're going to carry on straight in front of us. Look at this. I just love this this kind of scenery. It's limestone pavement. It's called karst. Is this kind of geology. I just love it. You don't get too much of this in Lake District. Brilliant, isn't it? So we're actually now just about on what would have been our planned route if I'd have done the linear walk, because we were going to get the train to Houghton in Ribblesdale, which is over that way, and then we'd have picked up this path here. So yeah, we're on what would have been the planned route if we'd have been doing a linear. This is great though, isn't it? Look at that. It's not the same kind of drama as the Lake District, is it? But it's still fantastic scenery. Right, on we go and work our way right round the head of the valley. So before we go through that gate, I'll just give you a spin round from up here. I mean, look, that's looking over Crummack Dale, where we've just come up Pendle Hill, and I think all this limestone pavement at the top of, I think that's called Moughton or Moughton, however it's pronounced, I don't know. And then that's Pen Ghent, and you see the Pennine Way path coming down the middle of it, and the left hand end of it is called Plover Hill. Yeah, beautiful. Right, so we'll get ourselves through this gate and then we're onto a bridle way. I'll show you these now because I don't know if we'll be able to get any better view of them later on, but the hill on the right is Simon Fell, and the one on the left that you can only just see, that's Ingleborough. And we'll be on the lower slopes of that, I think it's tomorrow. Right, so we're heading along here. I'm absolutely loving this. It was a bit tedious at the beginning when we're on just those tracks and lanes, but this is brilliant. And that limestone scenery back there and the views over to Pen Ghent. I'll just show you again over this wall. I mean, look, how stunning is that? I mean, it's completely different at Lake District, isn't it? But it's stunning, isn't it? And that's looking right back down Crummack Dale where we've walked up and over to the place that shall not be spoken. Right, on we go along here. This way, Charlie. So we took a wrong turn. Now I know you're all surprised at that, me being a trained navigator. So we've just come onto this, it's no more than a faint trod to get us back en route. I just followed signs for the Pennine Bridle Way. That sort of goes right round. And I want to have a look at this. There's a big cairny thing up here. I don't know what this is all about, so we'll go have a look at this, I think. So we're at this, well, it's more than a cairn, isn't it? I don't know what you'd call it. It's some structure, is that? Anyway, I don't know what it's all about. When I was following route at Pennine Bridleway, I thought this might have been something to do with that, but it's not, because that goes round there. But I'll see if I can give you there's only really two hills, well, three hills. There's Ingleborough up there, and I don't know if you can see for that cairn thing, but if you come down this way from Ingleborough, that's Little Ingleborough. And then to the right or left, this way anyway, from Ingleborough is Simon Fell. And I've said on another video, that's my favourite route if you come up from Park Fell and Simon Fell up onto Ingleborough. And then if we go right round this way, I don't know, that one there that's right behind me now, a little hump, I'm not sure what that is. But if you continue round towards Pen Ghent, before you get to Pen Ghent is Plover Hill, and then over Pen Ghent, and then you drop down from Pen Ghent and up the other side, that's Fountains Fell, and then over this way, I'm not sure if these have got, they probably have got names, I don't know. And then right down the valley down here, that's where we walked up. So now we're going to head off kind of over that direction. It won't follow me around that far, and find these Norber Erratics. I don't know if we might be in for a drop of rain or not, neither. Right, on we go down there. So that's Trogill, and you can go up there on your way to Ingleborough, up there. And now up there as well, there's a pothole called Gaping Gill, and twice a year 2 different potholing clubs set up a winch, and you can go down it. I can't remember how much it cost. I think it's 20 quid. I've done it twice. I think it was a tenner when I did it. If you're interested in that, I'll put links in the description if I can find them. I think one's Craven Potholing Club, and I'm not sure what the other one is. But yeah, you can go down it on winch day if you want. Right, now we're off piste at the moment because I wasn't paying attention, and I should have come down to this wall here, and I just got following that path. And yeah, so we've been off piste again. So there is a bit of a path or trod or something to follow by this wall, and you can see there's more limestone pavement behind us there. It's made up of what are called clints, which are the blocks, and grikes, which are the holes in between, and you get an added bonus of a Charlie as well if you're lucky. Now they're formed because rainwater is acidic and it dissolves limestone, and in the grikes you can see here, that one there, that's called hart's tongue fern. They're woodland plants, and you get like little microclimates forming in the grikes, which are very much liked by woodland plants. Brilliant. It's quite a unique habitat, is limestone pavement. I believe that the UK holds quite a significant proportion of the world total, and quite a significant proportion of that is in Yorkshire. So yeah, it's great. Right, I don't think we're that far away from these Norber Erratics now. I've been to them a couple of times before. Once, on way back actually, when I'd been at winch day, and came back via Norber Erratics. And the first time was when I was studying geology at uni. Yeah. Oh, and I tell you what, I can't make my mind up about this. I've not taken it off yet. I mean, it's warm, but there's a cool breeze blowing. And when you come to little inclines, you soon heat up. I think I'll leave it on. I think we've about 2 miles to do now, so I'll probably just leave it on now. Right, on we go. See in this next field in front of us, all these boulders. They're the Norber Erratics, and they're further down than I thought they were. Yeah, so we'll go have a look at them, and I'll tell you all about them when we get down there. So here we are, Norber Erratics. I said they were a lot further down than I remember them, but I gave you a close-up there. Don't know if you can tell, it's not limestone. Yeah, so it shouldn't be here, and that's why they're called erratics, because they don't fit in with the rest of the underlying geology, and they were actually brought here by glaciers. Right, I've got some coffee left and a flapjack, and Charlie's about ready for a drink, and he's got a chew left, so we're just gonna perch on one of these rocks and have a late coffee and a chew. So we've had coffee and a chew, and Charlie's, he pulls my leg, you know. He turned his nose up at his chew. He had a drink, turned his nose up at his chew. It's a jumbone. So I said, well, do you want a biscuit instead? So he had a biscuit, and then I snapped his jumbone in two, gave him half of it, and he wolfed it down. He does, he has me on. Oh, there seems to be a bit of a path here. All right, we'll see where this takes us. So we followed a decent footpath to that signpost, and as it suggested, we'll turn right to go to Clapham. And I'm glad we're not going down that way. The blooming coach party heading off down there. That would take you back down to our outward route. Well, this does as well actually, but that'd be further along it. Yeah, so it's what time are we at now? It's 3:25. So we'll be all right for checking into our accommodation tonight. Right, on we go. So we're back on our outward route. I mean, my intention was to come down on a different track further up there, but I'd forgotten how far away them Erratics were. So, you know, we've come out on our outward route a bit further down a different lane than I was planning on. So yeah, we're just going to make our way back to the car and then to the pub. So we'll probably see you in there. So we're installed. Another great room. It's great. I like this place already. It's just coming up front bar where guest rooms are. Just outside on landing there's like a lounge kind of seating area for guests. It's really good. So yeah, impressed with the beer. Timothy Taylor's landlord. So a few of them might be getting sampled later. Lovely bath in there. I'm going to jump in. I've just got some stuff to bring up front car, and I'm going to jump in there. So yeah, table booked for evening meal. So all good. Got some stuff to bring up front car, like I said. Jump in bath for a nice soak, and then we'll go down and sample the wares. So we'll see you in a bit. Well, we're fed and watered. Oh, shattered now as well. And I don't know if you can pick it up on here, but I don't know what it is outside room. There's a right buzzing, humming, whatever going on out there. That better not last much longer, otherwise I'll be downstairs whinging about it. So yeah, food was all right. Beer was nice. Timothy Taylor's landlord, definitely approve of that. So yeah, we're gonna chill out for a bit, and then as long as that buzzing, whatever it is out there, decides to stop, it'll be an early night for us. So we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. What a glorious morning it is. Sun beating in through our windows. Don't look to be a cloud in the sky hardly out there. So yeah, we're up, breakfasted. We're in no rush. It's just coming up to 9 now. It's a 10-minute drive to Ingleton, and we're just doing 7 miles today, and then we can't check in our accommodation till, I can't remember if it's 3 or 4, so we're in no rush. So we're just gonna chill out here for a bit. I've got a packed lunch ordered, that's to pick up. So yeah, just chill out here for a bit, and we'll probably see you when we get to Ingleton. So here we are in Ingleton. We've just come out at car park and made our way up onto old railway embankment, and we've got to go through a new housing estate, then down onto the main road for a bit, through a caravan park, and then who knows from there. So while we're heading on along here, we'll have a quick look at the route. So there we are, through the houses into the first field. Oh, I'm always glad to get Charlie off his lead. He's a nightmare on his lead. To say how good he is off it, he just pulls and pulls. He just hates being on it. Right, so through this field and then into some trees, I think, and then we pop out on the road, I think. Not quite sure. On we go anyway. Well, we shouldn't have gone the way we did through them trees there. We should have stuck to that fainter path that just went straight through the gunnerer. And we've had an impossible style for Charlie already. So through this field and out onto the road for a bit and then up through a caravan park. Right, on we go. There you go, good boy. Up, up. Well, they don't seem to like walkers coming through there, especially with dogs. It looks like they've had the footpath diverted and they've not taken very good care of it neither. I had a bus that, I don't know if it was just one at caravan owners or one at owners at site, saying you've got to keep your dog on the lead, there's signs everywhere. I said it's a public right of way, he doesn't have to be on the lead. He said, he does. I said, no, he doesn't, it's a public right of way. He just has to be under close control. Anyway, she was rabbiting on about something, I don't know what she was saying. I was taking a photograph of Ingleborough and I heard her say, did you hear what I said? So anyway, I wasn't going to stand there arguing, so I stuck him on his lead for a bit until they got out of the way. I know, some people should make sure of the facts before they start opening their mouths, shouldn't they? Right, we're almost up onto a road now. Well, that's the way I'd planned on going, but it doesn't look particularly inviting, does it? It looks like stiles aren't that well kept. Looking up there, it could be tricky getting Charlie over, so we can just stick to the road instead up here and turn right up to that farm building up there. So that's where we would have come out if we'd have come on that footpath through the fields. No, I didn't like the look of the state of the stiles, so it might have been tricky for Charlie. So yeah, no great hardship, just sticking to the road. So we've got quite a long road section now before we branch off up onto the hillside. So I won't bother filming anything as we're going up there. I'll just get back to you when we branch off. So that's us off the road and starting to climb up the hillside now, and a bit of cloud cover. Oh, having just said that, it's just gone. It had cooled down a bit, nice breeze. Charlie getting a bit warm. We stopped under shade of a tree back there on the road to get him a drink. Oh, right, on we go. Well, I tell you what, there's a few people on this path. When I was plotting it out, I thought I'd have found a pretty secluded route. There's quite a few people, a couple of cars parked down there where we branched off the road as well, so it must be a popularish route up or down Ingleborough. I've never been up here before. Great view behind us, isn't it? Oh, thankfully it has cooled down a bit. Bit of a nice breeze as well. I don't think we're far off where we're going to stop for lunch. It's 1:15. We've not had coffee in a chair. I mean, we didn't actually start walking until about 11, so that's normally coffee and chew time. Oh, right, upwards we go. I'll just show you while I can, because I don't know if Boggart will get in the way when we get a bit higher, but boots on the other foot today. Normally, if I'm in lakes and I can see Ingleborough, I say, oh, you can see Yorkshire. Well, we're on the lower slopes of Ingleborough, and you can see Lake District. And that's Boggart over there. And then in front of that, these outcrops, that's Twistleton Scar. And when we did Wainwright and we had that horrendous slog back along the ridge, we came down beneath there. Right, we'll carry on upwards. So that's Ingleborough, straight in front of us. And if we come round to the left, that's Wainwright. And say that ridge coming down here, that was an awful slog when we came down there. And then I think it's Green Hill. No, it's Great Combe. He's right on the end, I think. And then there's Green Hill, which is the highest point in Lancashire. And then there's Boggart, which is just 1 metre lower than Green Hill. Right, upwards we go. Come on, fella. So we've arrived at our first bit of limestone of the day. It's a great view, Ingleborough there, isn't it? And I don't know if you can make out on here, this path continues up there, that's up to Little Ingleborough. So yeah, there's some people up there. So yeah, it's a fairly well used route up Ingleborough. I've never been this way before. Right, so we're gonna plonk ourselves down here and have lunch. So lunch was very pleasant and very leisurely, and this is the kind of thing that we've come up here to explore. Loads of potholes marked on the map. Hopefully we'll find some better ones than this, so we'll have a bit of an explore around here and see what we can find. So this is just like a shake hole, and that'll have been a cave that's collapsed due to the dissolving of the limestone by acidic rainwater and streams. So hopefully there'll be something more impressive than that, so we'll keep on exploring. Charlie, come up here. There's something around here called Boggart's roaring holes. Now I dread to think a boggart is some kind of mythical creature, I think, as to what their roaring holes are. I wouldn't like to hazard a guess. I'm not sure if this is them. This looks a bit more impressive, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Right, what's this over here? This looks a bit more like it. Look, that's quite impressive, isn't it? See if we can get round up there. Oh, that's more like it, isn't it? That could be Boggart's roaring hole. Charlie, up here. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Right, see what else we can find. Oh, now that's a decent hole in the ground, isn't it? I want to have a look at this one. Look. Oh, yeah. I bet there's some folks been down there. Don't know if this has got a name. I think it might have. If I've marked it on the map, I'll put it on later. Well, I brought a torch with me, but it turns out it's rubbish. But that was quite impressive there. So along with the Boggart's roaring hole and that one, I think it's got a name, but I can't remember. If it has and I've found it, I'll have put it on by now anyway. Right, so I think we start heading back down now. So I think I gave you some duff info earlier. I think I said this was Twistleton Scar. Well, it's not. Twistleton Scar is the next ridge over that comes down from Wainwright that you can see over there. I don't know if that's got a name at all. This farm down at the bottom, this is Creener Bottom. This is where we're heading, and we're going to pick that track up back into Ingleton. Yeah, it's good. And then looking up to Ingleborough. Right, down we go. Now we just come to this random pile of stones. It's obviously been built for some reason, hasn't it? No idea. Right, so we're going to head off to where that tree growing in that gully is. That's our next thing to explore. Again, can't remember what it's called. Down we go. So this is our final feature of the day. This will at one time have been a cave that's collapsed. I bet the stream still goes underground there and wherever. Right, so that's it for our adventuring. We're back on track up here and follow that back into where are we staying? Ingleton. And you won't believe it, down there under that tree, miles away from anywhere, off the track, a blooming dog poo bag. Some people, I've said it before, they just don't deserve to have access to the countryside, do they? Absolutely outrageous. Right, on we go up here to pick this track up. So Charlie. we're in absolutely no rush. Thought might as well make use of this bench. Charlie's had a chew. I've got some coffee left and a packet of crisps. So yeah, I thought we might just chill out for a bit. I don't know. I can't remember if check-in time is 3 or 4. It's only 25 to 3 now, so we've only about a mile and a half to go back to the car. So yeah, take our time. I was a bit disappointed with the potholes up there. I mean, from this track, getting back onto this track at Creaner Bottom there, from leaving that track that went up Ingleborough, it's just all been off-piste all over there. And apart from Boggart's, what was it? Boggart's Roaring Hole. Apart from his Roaring Hole and that one that we came to down there that we had a look down, it were just a few shake holes, wasn't it? So yeah, a bit disappointing. It's been somewhat different, hasn't it? So I'm just going to have this coffee. I don't know what Charlie's doing there. He's been out of sorts all day. He's not settled all day long for some reason. I don't know why. And there's motorbikes down there now, so they're upsetting him. So yeah, I'll finish my coffee and my crisps, and we'll get on down this track. This side, Charlie. So we've a little over a mile to go back to the car now, and it's all on this track and then road when we get into Ingleton. This blooming rucksack, it's not sat right on me all day today. I don't know, I'll have to have a look at it when we get back. Charlie's not happy again. He keeps just trying to hide in long grass and motorbikes on main road down here. Don't like them at all. Poor chap, he's not had a good day. I don't know what was stressing him out earlier. So yeah, mile and a bit to go back to the car, and then to the pub. So we'll probably see you when we get there. Just before we get back to the car though, I'll just correct my error from earlier. That's Twistleton Scar. Twistleton Hall, right at the end there where the waterfall walk comes up to. And then Boggart beyond it. Right, down to the car. Well, we're installed, and I seem to have got my priorities wrong today for some reason. I haven't had a pint yet. God, I'm absolutely gagging as well. So we'll get down there soon. I'll get Charlie his tea, and then go down and have a pint and see what they've got on offer for me. I fancy something different than a steak tonight, actually. I'll have to take something down for him instead, won't I? All right, must be somebody passing his window. So I'll get him his tea, and then we'll go down for a pint and see what they've got on offer for me. So we'll see you in a bit. So that's us fed and watered. Well, I'm stuffed now as well. That was really nice. Charlie was a bit upset that I didn't have steak though, wasn't he? But I did have steak and ale pie, and there were a couple of nice big chunks of meat in that, so spoiled rotten. Now, yes, you. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen tomorrow. We were going to be doing another circular walk, including some more potholes and things, and then a cave. Now, the forecast for tomorrow is for rain until about midday. So whether we'll do the walk or not, I mean, we'll still do the cave. You can park pretty much right outside the cave, so we'll go and have a look at that. But we might not be able to get right in it as I wanted to if water level's a bit too high. I was supposed to bring my wellies, and I've gone and forgotten them, haven't I? So not quite sure.
We'll certainly have a look at the cave anyway. That might be it. That might be all you get to see tomorrow is us walking in a cave and back out of it. So we'll see. So it's not going to be long before we turn. I'm shattered, to be honest. So yeah, we're gonna turn in soon, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. We're up, breakfasted, fed and watered. Charlie's down here having a bit of a snooze, and I don't know if you can tell out of the window there, but it's grim. It's been raining for about an hour, I think now, and it's forecast to stop about midday. So I don't know what we're going to do. We'll go and have a look at this cave, see what we can see in there. I don't know what water levels will be like inside it. I don't know what I've done to my right knee. It started to hurt just before we turned in last night and this morning. It's absolutely killing me. Just there. Don't know what I've done to that. So yeah, we're in no rush. Latest checkout time is 11. It's 20 to 10 now. I mean, there's no point in going out in that. It's about I think it's about 20-minute drive to get to this cave. So we'll have a look at that, and then we might have a walk round Dent and round there. If rain stops, it's quite nice round Dent. So we'll see. I'm not sure what today is going to bring. Might not be much of a video. So anyway, we'll mooch around here for a bit, check out about 11, and go see if we can see this cave. So here we are at Yordas Cave, going in there, and of all the people to meet in the middle of nowhere down there, I don't know if you watch his channel, I've just bumped into Andrew Foster, of all the people to meet. Right, so I'm going to get my head torch on and we'll get in here. So I don't know how much of this you can see with my head torch. It's a bit wet in here, so a bit foggy. So on camera, my torchlight's just reflecting off like the spray. But now this is about the lowest that I've known water levels in here actually. So yeah, there's this waterfall right at the end up here in this chamber. Let's have a look. Now then, where is it? I think you can see it from up here. Oh no, you can't. Now then. Oh. Ah, this is interesting. So it's quite a way up there. And in Victorian times, this was actually a show cave, like Ingleborough Cave is now. You had to pay to get in. Right, let's see about this. I think this waterfall chambers up here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look up here. There we go, look. Can you hear that out? Yeah, I don't know how much of that you can see. But yeah, people, potholes come down there. So what we'll do is we'll retrace our steps back out, and then we'll go around and we'll have a look at the top of that waterfall. I think from what I recall you can get to it. Yeah, so this is Yordas Cave. Right, so we'll make our way out again. We'll have a look right down bottom end first. The water kind of disappears down again down here. So we're not going down there, but the water kind of disappears down there. Cavers do go down there, but that's not for us. Right, back out again. So at this point, the stream's already underground. There needs to be a lot of water coming down it for it to be coming down here. So it's already underground by this time. I'm not sure if you can see further up where it actually goes underground. It's ages since I've been here. We'll have a wander further up and see what we can find. So that down there, you can't really see very well from it, but that's where the water's going underground and then comes out of that waterfall in Yordas Cave. So we'll have a wander up there, see if we can get a better shot. So that's where the stream's going underground. Now Charlie's scooted across here, but they look particularly slippy, so I'm not going to try. Yeah. Right, we'll have a mooch round further up here, see what we can find.
So this path going off behind me there, that's where I had planned to come up from, right down bottom of valley over at tops here. It's what's called the Turbury Road, and there's a few potholes up there. I think one's called Jingling Pot. I think that's quite a big one from what I recall. And then we were going to go down to that farm down there and back along the other side at valley. That'd have been about 7 miles. It'd have been grim this morning. It's quite warm now. Ingleborough's nearly clear up there. So we'll get back down to the car. I think we'll have lunch and then maybe just get into Dent and have a stroll around Dent before we check into the Georgian Dragon. So we'll get down there and have a bite to eat, I think. So we're in Dent. It's turned out to be a nice afternoon now. So we're just off for a stroll along the river. Now the last time I was on this path, I can't remember the year, it's many years ago. It was before I did the coast to coast, which was in 2010, and it was when I did Dales Way. So yeah, a lot of years ago since I was last here. Yeah, it's lovely. That's looking back over into the village. Now as we drove through the village, I know what parking's like in Dent, so I emailed the place we stay at, Georgian Dragon, and said what's the situation with parking, and said that, oh, we have free parking on site. As I drove past, I thought, well, where's your parking? Because there's all signs saying residents only all around there, so where we're going to park I've no idea. Right, so we'll continue ambling by the river and through some fields. That hill there in front of us, when I was at Yordas Cave, like an idiot, I was saying, oh, Ingleborough's nearly clear now. Well, it's not Ingleborough, is it? It's blooming Wainwright, isn't it? What an idiot. So yeah, that is clear now. So yeah, it's turned out to be a nice day. And up there, that's called, well, there's Crag Hill and Great Combe up there. I think there's about a metre or so difference between them. Crag Hill's the lower, but it's the one with the trig point on. Right, on we go along the footpath by the river. So we've come to these stepping stones. We're not going across them, we're going to stick to Dales Way, but that's our return route. We're coming back that way, so yeah, I'm glad water level's low. Charlie off for a paddle. If there's water, he's got to be in it. Not bothered about using stepping stones. Right, so we're going to carry on for a bit further along Dales Way path. Well, I tell you what, to say this is a national trail, the Dales Way, it's a bit blooming overgrown. Me in my shorts as well. Nice and peaceful there, which is great. So we're going to follow the Dales Way for another 1/4 mile to that Tommy Bridge that was mentioned on that signpost there, and then the Dales Way will turn right. We're going to turn left and make our way back towards Dent. And it's a few routes is this, according to waymarks back there. As well as the Dales Way, it's the Dales Highway and also a Pennine journey. I'd love to do that, you know, but it's too long, and especially trying to find dog-friendly accommodation all along it as well. Yeah, it'd be hard to do with that. Oh, it's warm now. Beautiful though. Right, on we go to Tommy Bridge. Well, look at that there, blooming. The route at footpath goes right through the middle of them and all. We'll give them a wide berth. Hopefully they won't be that bothered. Right, we'll see if we can safely negotiate these lots. So we've left the Dales Way behind now, and we're heading back along the other bank of the river. And I was glad to be through that field of cattle after that one started to take a bit of an interest in us. And judging by the kind of fields that we're passing through at the moment, I'm not convinced that that's the last we're going to see of cattle. Right, on we go anyway. Well, we're almost back at them stepping stones now, and I hope I'm not tempting fate by saying we've not encountered any more cattle. In fact, this is the first field that there's been anything in, and this is sheep. I hope I haven't jinxed myself there. We must only have one more field to go through after this one, I think. Fingers crossed. So we made it, cattle free. So now we've got to get over here and see if we can keep dry feet. Well, Charlie's not bothered, he's in it already. Keep him cool. Right, over we go. Go on, you go. Well, we're almost back at car. I've just checked GPS and we've done 3¼ miles. I'm surprised at that. That's looking up to Whernside again. Yeah, I'm surprised how it's cleared out today after the awful start this morning. Right, so yeah, we'll get back to the car, see if we can find out where we're supposed to park for our accommodation for tonight, and we'll probably see you in pub.
You know where I parked at, Jordan? I'm staying there. I was up round to the right. Cheers, thank you.
So we're installed in the Georgian Dragon. Nice room again. It's not a space. Oh, see you, Charlie. Not as spacious as the other two were, but it's quite sufficient. There's a bath in there, so I'm going to jump in that. Yeah, we've got meal booked for, well, 6:30, but I've told them I might be down earlier because I'm peckish. And they've only gone and got one of my all-time favourite beers on as well, haven't they? Wainwright. So sampled one of them already. Could be having a few more of them. So this is it, last night of our little adventure. It's been great, thoroughly enjoyed it. So tomorrow we've got the delights of Storm Floris to greet us when we get home. Right, so I'm going to get myself showered and sorted, ready for a couple more Wainwrights and my evening meal. So we'll catch you a bit later. So that's that, fed and watered. I think there were a few people a bit unhappy down there. They'd had a big party in early on, and they'd eaten all food, so they weren't doing full menu. So yeah, I think there was a couple of diners not too pleased, but it were all right. It was like Christmas dinner for us. We had a prawn cocktail and then roast chicken. So it was like a Christmas dinner in August. Obviously Charlie got some chicken. So that just about wraps up our adventure. Home in the morning to Storm Floris. So yeah, we've had a great time. It's been brilliant. It wasn't the original planned sort of multi-day walking from place to place, but I mean today I'm really glad we weren't walking today. Weather first thing this morning, and my blooming knee, it's absolutely killing me, is my knee. I'm gonna have to rest that now, because we've got a multi-day hike coming up. I think it's next week, and that is 4 days in the lakes, walking from place to place. But they're not big walks each day. So looking forward to that. And then I think a couple of weeks after that we've got our, or is it just a week after that? I think we've got our big Scotland road trip. So there should be some more longer videos coming out of our multi-day adventures. I hope you enjoy this format. What I'm going to do is put them out as a big video of the entire adventure, and then also each day as an individual. So yeah, it's been good. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do the usual, the liking, subscribing, ring the notification bell, drop us a comment, let us know what you think about this longer format and our multi-day adventures. And hopefully we'll see you soon on another one. Ta-ra!